Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And it's been a while since I did a review for one of the Universal Monster movie series. I was getting quite into it, especially like having watched The Werewolf um, and The Werewolf of London, a couple of the Invisible Man, or rather the Invisible Man movie. Um, you know, I and some of the Mummy movie series, which I have the DVD box set for both the Wolfman, no, sorry, the not Werewolf, the Wolfman and the Mummy series. I have the DVD box sets over here. Uh, I do plan to get some more. I plan to get the Frankenstein one, but I think I've mentioned this multiple times. Money is well, I don't really spend any of my salary money for buying DVDs. I wait for some money to come in from online work that I do. It is kind of iffy right now. I'm not really getting too much work, and plus I've got some other things that I need to get done. There's some work going on in the building, and to get that completed, I need to shell out a little bit of money. So it's an apartment complex. So anyway, all that aside, I did watch the movie Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, which is from 1943, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised. But the fact is, Frankenstein is only there for a little bit of time, and he gets kind of like the top billing in the title. So that was a little surprising. But I think I've mentioned this before in the movie of the Wolfman, is that Lon Chaney Jr. gives off this very innocent, hard done by feeling. Like you really feel a lot of empathy for his character, um, and I think he does a fantastic job portraying the innocent man who's done by the getting bitten by a werewolf and then turning into one. He really does pull that off as being really likable, and you feel a lot of sympathy for the guy. So anyway, this happens 4 years after the events of that movie, when he's supposed to be dead, and they have put him in a crypt. A couple of grave robbers, they come in and they dig up his body, trying to get some of the Talbot money, jewelry and all that stuff. And unfortunately, they waken up Talbot, who was, he was buried along with some wolfsbane, and that when they remove it, that awakens him because it's the midnight, and then he attacks. He kills one of them, the other one escapes, and then he stumbles on, and he doesn't really remember much of the stuff. Um, he is in a hospital, and it's him trying to get to grips with the fact that he is a werewolf, and he wants to kill himself. He tries to look for a solution for him. The doctors are not able to help him, and then he looks for the what is the Maliva, the gypsy woman, Maliva, and he tries to find a cure for him. There is a doctor, Frankenstein, who had done a lot of experiments, and she believes that he can help him. And they go and search for him. There is a little bit of a scene in which feels a little bit of hope. He wants to die, basically. He wants to get killed. He knows he can't get killed this way. So he goes to try and find the professor or the doctor Frankenstein, and he goes with Maliva. And there is a little bit of scene in the montage that they're traveling, almost like mother and son. I felt that to be really sweet. He does meet the daughter once he finds out that Frankenstein has died. He meets Frankenstein's daughter, Baroness Elsa Frankenstein, played by Ilona Massey. So she's like, there's no romantic thing lead over here, but yeah, she does play the main lady in this, and there is the doctor who's trying to help him as well, Dr. Frank Mannering, played by Patrick Knowles. So he meets up with the Baroness, and he wants to buy his diary. She doesn't know where it is, but he manages to find it in the ruins of the household, of the house that Frankenstein lived in. And once he's there, he finds Frankenstein's monster. And then there's this villagers who are all out to kill both him and Frankenstein's monster, and they basically duke it out. So that's the basic synopsis of this particular movie. Really, really entertaining to watch. um, I think it's a fitting end to the the Wolfman kind of thing. Not really end. They are kind of swept away in the flood. We actually believe that they are dead. There is a dynamite that is uh, you know that is set off to destroy the dam and sweep the two monsters away. But of course, we do see them in later movies. Now, I'm not really sure how many more movies are there of the Wolfman. Um, I do know that he comes in the Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein movie, uh, but I'm not really sure. I haven't done the full research for it. I think he is in. Um yeah, he might be in a couple of other movies as well. So before the Abbott and Costello movie, so I really enjoyed this movie quite a lot. It, I just say watch it. It's pretty, pretty good. That you get that feeling of this man really wants. He doesn't want to kill people. He, when under the influence of the full moon, he does kill a cop and a couple of others, but he doesn't really want to do that. He wants to end his life and not turn into a werewolf. And I give this movie, I think I give it an 8.5 out of 10. Especially for that era, it's a really good movie. So I enjoyed it thoroughly. So 8.5 out of 10 for Frankenstein meets The Wolfman. Thank you guys. Have a good night.